What happens when the heir to a billion-dollar empire feels her crown slipping, not because of a business rival, but because of a 12-year-old girl? This is the explosive internal war now tearing the Kardashian-Jenner dynasty apart from the inside. The players, Kylie Jenner, the self-made billionaire, and her opponent, Northwest, her niece, who isn't just playing with dolls, she's playing with Kylie's legacy, and she's winning. It all started with a hair color. Not just any hair color, but a specific, iconic shade of blue. Northwest arrived in Italy with her mother, Kim Kardashian, and immediately caused a sensation. Her hair was dyed a brilliant electric blue, but to those who know the family's history, this was no random choice. This was the exact signature shade of Kylie Jenner's legendary King Kylie era, a period where she ruled the internet, broke sales records, and cemented herself as a cultural phenomenon. North wasn't just copying a style, she was invoking a ghost. She was tapping directly into the source code of Kylie's power. But the hair was only part of the statement. North's entire outfit was a deliberate, adult-coded ensemble, a tight corset top, and a short denim skirt. The message was clear. This is not a child. This is a star. The internet, however, erupted in immediate backlash. Comment sections were flooded with outrage, people accusing Kim of gross exploitation, of dressing her 12-year-old like a 25-year-old. The criticism was so intense, so universal, that Kim was forced into damage control. The very next day, North was seen covered from head to toe. The rebellious outfit swapped for something far more conservative. It was a clear, undeniable sign that the first shot had missed its mark. But the real explosion happened behind the scenes, far from the paparazzi's lenses. According to insiders, Kylie Jenner saw red. She wasn't flattered by the homage, she was furious. She allegedly picked up the phone and called Kim, demanding she shut it down. She told her sister to make North stop copying her iconic looks. Why would an aunt be so threatened by her niece's fashion choices? The answer is as cold as it is calculated. Kylie has been carefully positioning her own daughter, Stormi, to be the next it girl of the family. North, with her natural charisma and Kim's platform, was accidentally hijacking the narrative. She was stealing Stormi's spotlight before the little girl could even step into it. To understand the depth of Kylie's alleged fury, you have to recognize the narrative she has been carefully constructing for years. This isn't just about a hairstyle, it's about a legacy. For a long time, Kylie has subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, pushed the idea that her daughter, Stormi, is the perfect, well-behaved heir to the Kardashian-Jenner throne. She has contrasted Stormi's angelic behavior playing the doting big sister to air, showering him with kisses against stories of North's more rebellious and entitled attitude. This narrative didn't happen by accident. It was a strategic branding move. Kylie was building Stormi's resume, positioning her as the sweet, relatable, and marketable next-generation star. The blueprint was set. Stormi would be the it girl. But then Northwest happened. North, with her unapologetic attitude and her powerful platform as Kim Kardashian's daughter, began commanding attention naturally. She wasn't following a script, she was writing her own. The blue hair was simply the most visible symbol of this power shift. North was organically becoming the icon Kylie was trying to manufacture for Stormi, and it was driving Kylie insane with jealousy. The evidence of this alleged feud is buried in their own public comments. Kylie has openly talked about the differences between the cousins, praising Stormi's gentle nature, while vaguely alluding to North's more difficult behavior. She once said in an interview, discussing the difference between North and Saint, "I don't know if it's 'cause she's the older sister, she does not like her brother." She then painted a picture of North slamming doors in Saint's face. Meanwhile, she consistently portrays Stormi as an obsessed and incredibly protective big sister. This wasn't just anti-gossip, it was a calculated move to build a public perception that one child was a problem and the other was an angel. The Rome incident shattered this carefully built narrative. North didn't look like a problem child. She looked like a star, and that was a threat Kylie could not tolerate. Her reported phone call to Kim wasn't about protecting a child from inappropriate clothing, it was about protecting her own daughter's future market share from a competitor who happened to be her niece. This is the cold, hard business reality behind the family's emotional facade. The tension between image and reality reached a boiling point with a series of viral moments that painted North not as a budding icon, but as a spoiled and entitled child. This provided Kylie with all the ammunition she needed to reinforce her narrative. A paparazzi clip showed North lashing out at photographers, screaming at them not to take her picture, while a stunned Kim Kardashian stood by, helpless to control her own daughter. The world saw a child who seemed to believe the rules did not apply to her. Then came the most damning revelation of all. On an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim confessed that North had once tried to bite her nanny and subsequently demanded the woman be fired. This wasn't just bratty behavior, it was a shocking display of aggression that horrified viewers. It solidified the public perception of North as a problem child who was out of control. Kim further added to this image by admitting North frequently insults her, specifically targeting her minimalist home decor by calling it so ugly solely because she knows it hurts her mother's feelings. These incidents were a public relations gift for Kylie's camp. They perfectly supported the behind-the-scenes whisper campaign that North was difficult, while Stormi was the perfectly behaved angel. Every slammed door and biting incident was used to build the case that North was unfit for the spotlight she was so effortlessly commanding. It created a clear dichotomy. One child was marketable and sweet, the other was a liability. Kylie wasn't just being petty, she was engaging in a brutal, strategic war of perception to ensure her daughter emerged victorious in the family's endless competition for relevance. In the end, this feud exposes the terrifying, unsentimental engine at the heart of the Kardashian-Jenner empire. It is a machine that runs on fame, and fame is a finite resource. For years, the sisters have managed their stardom like a shared portfolio, but the arrival of the next generation has introduced a dangerous variable: competition within the family itself. Kylie Jenner sees North West not as a niece, but as a rival brand, a charismatic, unpredictable force that is destabilizing the careful succession plan she had for her own daughter. This is no longer about who wore a blue wig first. This is a brutal fight for relevance in an attention economy that is already moving on from the original sisters. Kim's fear of disciplining North reveals a shocking truth. She is more afraid of her daughter's rejection than she is of her own crumbling authority. She is prioritizing being a cool mom over being a parent, and in doing so, she is creating a monster that the family doesn't know how to control. Meanwhile, Kylie is so terrified of losing her legacy that she is picking a fight with a child. The real tragedy is that both women are missing the point. The world isn't captivated by North's blue hair, it's horrified by the spectacle of her childhood being sacrificed on the altar of fame. The audience isn't choosing between Stormi and North, they are witnessing the moral decay of a family that views its own children as products. This internal war proves that the Kardashian brand's greatest threat isn't an external rival or a fading trend. It's their own inability to love their children more than they love the spotlight. If this look into the Kardashian family's internal war left you stunned, you need to subscribe to Hot Sip, where the tea is always fresh. We serve the hottest celebrity secrets daily, and you won't want to miss what we're spilling next.